Yo, this motherfucker's smooth. It's so smooth. God damn. Yo. My name is Zach Ellis, and welcome to my journey. I don't know where I'm going or how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to be tearing shit up every step of the way, along with a few friends, of course. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll be building, modifying, repairing, fabricating, and racing every chance I get. But if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, and of course, enjoy the video. Alright, so we're headed over to my boy Byron's house. We're going to be helping him install lowering springs on his GLI. I can't remember what year his car is. It's like a 17, 18, 19, something like that. But we're installing lowering springs on his car, and then hopefully sooner than later he's going to get a wheel and tire set up on that thing. I've been trying to talk him into getting some sort of suspension modification, and finally he's taking my advice and getting he got the coil spring. So we're gonna go up here, meet up with him, and I'm probably gonna try and make him do all the work, just because I don't really have the clothes on that I want to get destroyed. But either way, we're gonna get the lowering springs installed, and we're getting him back on the road. We out here in the country, cuz we working on the farm. This is where I grew up, in this area, like 5 minutes from here. But regardless, we'll pull in here and hook my boy up with these lowering springs. Look, there he is, right there. Look at that man. Hey! Perfect timing. That man crazy. Thanks, son. That's perfect timing. That's crazy.
Can't wait to get this bitch lowered.
That man needs some wheels too.
I do.
Dang, that's rookie fitment, cuz. Hot garbage. Byron let me drive his car real quick. I'm about to show him how it's done.
I was racing the GTI. Hey boy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You show him what's up?
Yeah, he thought I mean, my car looked stock, so he thought he was going to jet off on me. He was going like 1 down on 301.
Damn, son. Yo, this motherfucker's smooth. It's so smooth. God damn. Yo. I swear, that's what I miss about this motherfucker. Alright, so we got the front lowering springs installed on his car. I didn't film any of it just because it's getting dark out, so I was trying to beat the sunset, which was a completely dumb idea because the sun sets at 4:30 and I got here at 4. So, but either way, we got the coilover installed, or I'm sorry, the lowering spring. They're H&R lowering springs. I think they're gonna drop, what was it, 1.5 inches? An inch, so inch all around. That way, just for a little bit better look. Performance is going to be a little bit better. But to get these coilover or these springs, well, to get the coilover itself out, it's really simple. Basically, it's disconnect the sway bar end link. There's one bolt here with a triple square on one side, and then a 18mm nut on the other side. You got to get the spreader tool on the back side, which we didn't use it. We used a 1/4 inch socket, or ratchet, excuse me. You put it in there, you rotate it so it cams over to the high sides and spreads this open so the coil can actually slide out, or the strut can slide out. The one thing to remember though is there's these sensors for ride height. I don't know exactly what their purpose is on this car, but either way, it's definitely for ride height purposes. You want to make sure you disconnect that. It's a 10 millimeter down on the bottom side of the lower control arm. Once you get this bolt, that ride height sensor disconnected, and then the sway bar end link, the wheel well side is finished. Up on the top side, all there is underneath this cowl. Pull this open. You can see there's 2 bolts there, and then there's a third one back in there. Once you remove those, the coilover is no longer connected to the car. Oh yeah. So when you are actually, once you get everything inside the wheel well disconnected, the last thing you want to do is take those 3 top bolts off. Once you get the whole wheel well side disconnected, you basically want to either hit this portion of the brake rotor with a mallet, which we use the dead blow. We use the dead blow for that. Or you can just stomp on it just to try and slide the strut out of the spindle itself. If you disconnect the 3 top bolts before you do that, the whole strut's going to be moving when you're trying to hammer this apart. Not thinking, when I did this on my GLI, they came out a little bit easier. So I disconnected those top 3 bolts first, and we ended up having to jack this up and reinstall one of them. Just so when you actually stomped on this or hammered it, it made a jolting action to disconnect them. But now that we've got the whole front side done, we're gonna go ahead, throw the wheels back on. Byron's actually cleaning the inside of his right now. We're gonna put the wheels back on, spin the car around, and we'll knock out the rear side.
You take that motherfucking. You probably see it fucking taking off that grind. Yeah, see that?
She's gonna be clean now.
Look at that, all down there. Something.
Oh, I was about to say, what is that sound? I didn't know what it was, but I didn't like it. I'm tired of this country ass motherfucker. Yeah, the black guy with the bug in his mouth. He pissed off.
Dirty.
I know that water's cold too. I will say Byron and his mom, they had the cleanest cars around. Them things, every day you get in there, it'd be like a brand new car. I remember when I was like 10, I got into the back of Byron's mom's Suburban, and it had that little step rail. I wasn't prepared for that thing to be so tire shined up. It was like stepping on fresh ice. I about died that day. All right, so we got, no, you're good. I'm talking my camera. We got the back left side finished. We're on the back right side now. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of show you what you gotta do to get the rear of the car done before I actually start, so you can kind of follow along. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the nut off of the end of the lower control arm. We're gonna take the nut off of the lower shock mount, and then back there, right there, we're gonna take the nut off to the rear sway bar. I guess there's no ride height sensor on this back right. There is one on the back left. There's 2 Torx bits to take that off, but it was not very tight, so it was pretty simple. But I'm gonna go ahead and knock those nuts off and press on. And I didn't record any of that. That's crazy.
You funny, yeah.
with that water pressure.
You
you angle the hose up, it don't blow.
Yeah, I don't have it turned up.
Got that man right now. Figure after he dries for like a week or so, she'll settle just a little bit more and get him the ride height that he's desiring. But all we can do is test drive it now, make sure there's no clunking, and check back in with them a little bit later. Cause my man over here bragging to me because he got a basket that matches his car. Let me click this light on.
Look at this.
He over here bragging to me once the camera turns off. He said, oh, well, now the camera off, check out this basket that matched my car. I have never seen anything like that in my life.